Hey everyone, Neki here. I just want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me and helping me reach 600 subscribers so far. And hopefully I can keep providing the content that you're looking for. It has been a little rough on me lately to get out videos, so I am very grateful for you having some patience with me. Now, today I would like to talk about the thing that you've all been wanting and all have been asking for. How to get BP. And this time I'm serious. Last time I told you, don't worry about the BP because it doesn't always matter. You could have 600 million BP and still get beat by someone who has 400 million. But that's not the case anymore because these stats that are given out now are a lot different than it was before. So it can make the difference as of today. So I'm going to go through different methods on how you can increase your BP and make the most out of your stats. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Maybe some of you are new, this is your first time watching any of my videos, or first time playing, or maybe you haven't played and you're interested in playing, but you don't know what to go on, and this is for those people. So the basics are what can build your team up. Things like level, which you get, the fruits to level them, the Pokemon itself, and once you get enough, at level 12, you can upgrade them with upgrade orbs. Also with that, at level 8, you can unlock the evolution and evolve these into their next form. You can get fruit by challenging the boss. Now it doesn't state that it is a boss, but there is a boss counter here and a angry Pikachu that appears on the lower right hand side. Once you challenge him and succeed, you will get fruit to help level your Pokemon, as well as some EXP and some gold. As you see here, I got diamonds, some fruit, and some gold. If you boost up your boss level high enough, you'll start to get more rewards, such as more gold per hour, more EXP per hour, and this will affect your quick combat. When you unlock that, you will immediately be able to use, without VIP, up to 4 times, and it gives you 6 hours worth of offline income. So when you're not online, you're not obtaining anything. That's the EXP and fruit and gold that it will give you for completing these quick combats. There are other methods to obtain more fruit and gold to help level up your Pokemon and the gear that it will get later. Some include the daily quests, and you can even purchase them, but I would highly recommend that you didn't bother purchasing fruit, just because it's a bit of a waste on your resources, and you could get higher BP by using those resources on other things. One of the other methods of obtaining BP is by getting correct bonds. So as I put this Chansey in my team, you'll notice that this bond activated pop-up tells you that you've got plus 21% HP. If we go here to the recommended formations, you have fire, water, and grass. These are not typically what you want to go with, but it is a good starter. So, as I mentioned, you want to have bonds. Bonds are when one Pokemon needs another Pokemon in your team or your aid section to get a benefit. As shown here, all of these will benefit from each other. Once you have all 6, you'll get multiple benefits. Let's check the bonds right now. As I look in my Charmander's bond, it says Elemental Wand, Elemental Armor. Now these are armor pieces, and if you gain these, you will get 18% attack and 18% defense on this Charmander. It will not give it to another Pokemon. If you deploy a Bagon, whether in your party or in aid, your Charmander, Charmeleon, or Charizard will gain 23% HP. This could include the evolved forms of Bagon as well. Best partners, you either need a Growlithe, a Chansey, or a Vulpix. You do not need all three. This will give 23% defense. For a Flame Legend, like Moltres, you get 23% HP. And the last is the Groudon. The Groudon will give your Charmander, Charmeleon, or Charizard a 23% attack. While the others also have these bonds, I will not go through them in detail, as you can go through them yourself and see what you need in order to increase your bonds and get more BP and stats for your Pokemon. One thing to mention when you're starting out, you can get some diamonds if someone has placed out some red packets to help you on your diamond problems or early game. And if you want that Moltres, you can come here to your 7-day login once every day. You can claim these. This will give you 2 boxes for 2 Pokemon. Once you go to your items and chests, you can see that you can choose Moltres, Articuno, or Celebi. So once we use this, we get Moltres. And this one, we'll pick Bagon, because we're going with the fires. Once I go back to my team, you notice that these will not unlock until level 10, 20, and 26. While I can put in a different Pokemon to get a different benefit, I cannot have the benefits of the Chansey unless I unlock a new slot, or eventually get the aid formation, which is not unlocked until a little bit later. Once you reach level 8, you can unlock the Monster Maze. Now the Monster Maze will get you shards to get new Pokemon, or the same Pokemon which can upgrade your Pokemon, and it can also get you upgrade orbs, evolve stones, and fruit, and gold as well. So this can help you in progressing your Pokemon. Once you use your evolve stones to evolve, let's do this Charmander to a Charmeleon, and you'll notice that you'll get higher stats for that Pokemon. And the next one up will boost you to from 12,271 HP to 25,609, which will also require more evolve stones. And like I said, you can get these in multiple places. The Item Mall, VIP pack, which are purchasable through money, and this is through diamonds. You can get it from the Arena Shop, the Mythical Mall, and the Tourney Shop. Those you will find later on, and I wouldn't highly recommend focusing it that much at that point. Another method would be to do the Road of Champions. The Road of Champions can get you access to other resources as well. At level 15, you'll unlock your first gear instance. This will get you some gear that you can equip to your Pokemon. It's just to help with stats. And there are different bonuses to gear. So, let's take a look at this champion gear. The champion gear has a 2-piece, a 3-piece, and a 4-piece bonus. If you have 2 of these items, your Pokemon that has this equipped will have a 60% increase to HP. a 3% increase to damage reduction and a 10% crit. The 3-piece will give you defense plus 60%, damage reduction plus 6%, and dodge plus 10%. The 4-piece is attack 60%, damage bonus plus 9%, and life drain, which is like a life steal, plus 10%. These also include enchanting them to give more stats. As you can see here, I can increase this level from 24 to 25, and it will go from a 80% to 83.4% and a 14% to a 15% on attack and crit. The ring has attack and hit. The chest piece has defense and resilience, and the pendant has HP and dodge. There are different types of gear, and not all grant the same amount of bonus. For example, the Z gear. The Z gear also has the 2, 3, and 4-piece sets, but they're not as much. As you notice here, HP is 30%. When we looked at the 2-piece bonus for this, it was 60% HP. So as you can tell, there are tiers to your gear, and I've mentioned this in previous videos. The highest gear that you can obtain for free is the champion set if you're lucky enough to do it. It requires a big base of luck to get all 4 pieces. But if you can at least have 2 or even 3 pieces, it will help you out substantially. However, it is not beneficial to have 1 piece alone. 1 piece of Z gear or 1 piece of champion set will not grant you any bonuses. At level 27, you're going to get your first kind of BP upgrade by getting the mount. Now the mount, you get these books, these writing books, from various places such as Guild, or you can find them in stores. It's not a great BP boost, but it is a BP boost. So the more of these you have, the better. You can also buy them for diamonds, but I wouldn't recommend it since you can get them easily for free. Once you get to level 40, you're going to unlock the trainer section here in the hero section. So you go from the main page to hero to trainer, and it's very basic. It gives you stats when you feed it seeds. So you go up a level when you feed 10, and then so on and so forth. It increases as time goes on. However, you cannot get any seeds except for one method at this point in time. And if you want to pay for it, there are options in events. But if you don't want to pay for it, you don't want to spend any money, come to the treasure park. You have to try and hit this one by luck. This will give you 66 seeds. And the only other way for you to do it without spending money is by waiting for the battle chest to unlock. Once you get the battle chest to unlock, then you have the possibility of getting those seeds. Now I will mention that you can get seeds from the Pikachu delivery. However, that does not unlock until level 75. So you're going to be waiting just a little bit longer before you can get them from here. But this is a really good place to get seeds and guardian items. Alright, so now at level 45, you have guardians unlocked. So you can choose whichever one you think is going to work for the best, but it doesn't really matter. My main focus on this is just telling you about good ways to get battle points, and Guardians is one of the best early on ways to get more battle points. I already have some because I got lucky. In the treasure park here, there is the advanced guardian stone, and you can also get from Revenge. Let's see if we can get it from here. Yeah, some guardian upgrade stones, and you can also get the rider medals and flying medals as well, among some other things. But these will help you boost yourself in battle power. The rider medals and flying medals. Flying medals are when you unlock the wings. The rider medals, at this point, if you've reached 45, you've already unlocked, and you just go to your mount, go to riding, and then you upgrade it from here for some extra stats. Let's get back to the Guardian. So I mentioned how I got some of the pieces, the advanced Guardian stones from the treasure hunt. Okay, that's as far as it'll let me go unless I reach level 5 on upgrading Guardian. As I said before, if you unlock the Pikachu delivery, you can also get some Guardian items as well. The advanced Guardian stone, and the regular Guardian stones. And that will help you boost your BP, as well as the seeds. I'll place on the screen right here. So if you win the battle chest, you can get one of these options here. You can get 88 seeds, 4.4k fantasy stones. That's for unique artifacts, which unless you're paying for them, you can't get right now. Then the next thing is for pets. We'll talk about that later. And the last is evolution orbs for species evolution, which that's not in the cards for us right now. That comes a little bit later. But right now, you can do two things as long as you have the resources to do so. And that's Guardian and the trainer seeds. Alright, so I went back and I did a few fights just so I can get the Guardian upgrade stones and some rider medals. So as you see, use the rider medals, and I've already used all that I could after upgrading it as far as I could, and that brought me up to about 625,000. So it's not too bad. Like I said, the Guardians are a good start. Once you hit level 50, you'll unlock the wings. And as I stated before, you'll get the flying medals from doing encounters, fighting people out in the open, and opening up the treasure chests. And the feathers you can get from various places, such as shops. You can purchase them if you want, but I really don't suggest it, as it does require quite a bit of feathers later on. And this will give you a bit of a BP boost as well. At level 56, you should have battle chests unlocked. Now, I know some people are saying I'm not really good at the game or whatever, but as I showed you earlier, it's not a really big difference between winning and losing. In fact, if you really even feel like it, you could just start the match, forfeit, and take the loser prize. The other opponent won't complain about getting a free win and a little extra resources, and they won't think that you're a bad player. So if that's the way you want to go, you got 2 chances every day to get these resources, and that will help you with Species Evo and your trainer seeds. Plus, later on, you'll get items to upgrade your pets. And here's an example of someone that didn't want to play. They got to go first, and they chose just to admit defeat. which is fine. I get the free win, I get the extra rewards. Now, an honorable mention is the Pikachu Power. It's not exactly the best way to get BP, but it is a free way to get some extra BP on the side. And the only way that you're going to do this without spending money is you have to win them in the treasure park. Now that the treasure park has been adjusted, you can get the items in order to upgrade and help you out there. So it's not great, but it is extra stats that you didn't have before. One of the next things that you'll come across at level 65 is the gear feature. Now I moved over to my main account to show this so I could save some time instead of leveling a character all the way up there. The gear feature will not be quite useful if you're not spending money, but it is still useful. Not for the gear because you won't have the link ball, but the rune here. So if we take a look at the rune, you have rune pages in which you can place runes that give stats. And what you do is you come to here, you roll some random numbers. There will be one number on the side here, and then these 4 on this side. And there is a specific set of numbers that it wants you to get the best thing. So there is a rank from 1 to 5th, and let's see where this one places me. So we'll redeem this. Okay, I cannot tell what that first one says, but it is 1, 4, 5, and then the blue one is 1. My number was 1, 2, 3, 7, and 2. As I stated, there's a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place prize, and I got the very last, which is unfortunate. But it's still an extra stat that I didn't have before. So let's see. That's resilience plus 5% and HP down resistance plus 1%. Not favorable, but at least it is more stats than I had before. So make sure to fill up every page and give the proper stats to the proper Pokemon to fully benefit from the BP gain that you get from these. On to the next one at 75, you will unlock the Follow Pet feature. Follow Pet is where you hatch an Eevee. It could be any of the evolutions, so it could be Flareon, Jolteon, Umbreon, Espeon, Vaporeon, any of them, and they will come with a predetermined stat. Now the stat is random, so you'll not know what you're going to get. I have covered this in full depth, a bigger depth, back on my video about pets, but as you see right here, if you get one for free, one Eevee for free, the rest you have to actually pay a coupon to hatch and get a different one, and then you would have to spend money on inheritance rings to give a stat from one pet to another so that you can have a total of 4. Now the best thing about this is that regardless of you doing anything or not, it is always gaining some growth points towards these stats. For me, it is 730 growth every 10 seconds. Some people have more, some people have less. The way to increase that and whatnot is through decorations. Once you get your pet, then you'll want to increase its generation by going to foster, go to someone's room, and then you want to try to get them to breed. If you have some incense, then you can add incense to it and it increases the chance of them breeding. And what breeding does is that it takes it and makes it one generation higher. And because of that, there's a cap here. So if you reach the cap on one of the stats, then you're not going to gain any more of that stat until you increase the cap. So you want to try and get your generation up at least enough so that it's not going to cap out. Because the more time it's capped out, the less time you're gaining extra stats. Now we're coming down to the three last things that you can do to increase your BP by a vast amount. However, one of them, I'm not sure if it really gives that much. In general, I've not heard anything good about it, and I've not used it myself. So first up is the evolution, which is also called reincarnation. I believe this unlocks at 75. I could be wrong. Well, this one is just specifically only if you have money to spend. So if you don't have money to spend, don't worry about what I'm saying here. But if you do have money to spend, this does help you out on getting extra stats by boosting your reincarnation levels. And there are other perks that come along with it as well. You can look at these at your own leisure, but this is one of the first ways that you can get a decent amount of battle points, and unfortunate, you have to spend. After that comes the awakening. Awakening opens up at level 80. Now, this one is also a pay only. As you see here, it requires awakening stones, and you can get them in an event, or you can buy them straight out from the coupon shop, which is 3 coupons per awakening stones. Well, it says awakening times 12, so I guess maybe 3 coupons for 12 stones. Either way, this is absolutely by far one of the best ways to gain battle points. If you are trying for battle points and you're level 80 or higher, I recommend this one before anything else. This has some of the most incredible boosts for BP that I have seen up to date. As I mentioned before, the miracle power is at level 85 and I've not heard anything great about it, but it is extra stats. However, there is one last thing that I need to mention, and that's about the new Pokemon. These Pokemon that I'm mentioning, they come at max level. They are not easy to get. By all means, they are not easy to get. Prepare on spending a lot to get these. Things that I've not mentioned, by the way, of battle points are things that are normally common knowledge. But if you have any questions on something else being good or bad, leave it in the comments below and I'll get back to you on what I think. I do have one of them in my team. This is one of the quote-unquote new ones, Mech-Lairon. Well, it's technically an Aggron, but they call it a Lairon. And what these do is they come out at max on everything. It is absolutely insane. So let's take a look here. If I were to swap this out, let's put a Ho-Oh in here. Okay, I've considerably dropped down to 2.88 billion. Heading back to my team, granted that this is not leveled or has any species Evo boosted into it. None of that. But, however, it is a substantial boost, which brings me up to 9 billion. As mentioned, it comes out at level 150, regardless of whether you're 150 or not, and I am not. So, it will start out at 150. Then you will have a plus 15 upgraded automatically. You don't have to do that. The Species Evo is full. You do not have to do that. And it is also automatically shiny. And if you're wondering, trying to get any resources back from this does not work, because you didn't put the resources in, so it's not going to give it back out. So if you're thinking about getting Halo potions from scrapping a Mechlairon or one of the others, I'm not going to get anything out. But it is insane. It's absolutely incredible. A big boost to your battle points. They're very strong and powerful Pokemon. There's also Keldeo, Victini, Diancie, and Darkrai as well. And then one other in which you can, which all come out at level 150. And they're just absolutely insane. If you want to try and get them, good luck. They cost money and they're not cheap. A rare chance to get, but still a chance to get. So if you want to try and go for it and you have the money, then go for it. But that's pretty much it on the big ways to boost your battle power. The other, smaller ways is, of course, increase your sign, increase your badge, buy Z powers if you really want to, although they're fairly pricey. Earn some titles. That's another way. And get some skins. If you get some skins, some mounts, wings, or accessories, that can also help you out as well. But, like I said, those are pretty basic and common knowledge. You can find some for cheap through coupons. For example, the deers, those are not too expensive, and it'll get you a little more battle points. But that's pretty much all I have to cover on this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped you out, just let me know. I'd like to hear your feedback. If this did not quite cut it, or you have some other questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and reply when I can. Thank you for watching, guys. You have a great day. See you in the next video.